Good evening, everyone, and Merry Christmas. I hope everyone's enjoyed their Christmas festivities today. I know for some people it's kind of can be stressful, especially when you got a bunch of family and friends coming over and you got to cook and stuff. So it is the one catch about this time of the year. But it's been a interesting day for me. I guess I was very much stuck and stranded. But I managed to get all the pipes thawed out. I managed to get the engine compartment, my Suburban, thawed out, battery pulled out, charged. Just in the nick of time because I was kind of out of pop and cigarettes. So I wasn't completely prepared for what happened. I wasn't prepared for the Suburban to be froze up like it did. But like you said, you can't prepare for everything. And the one thing you couldn't prepare for is knowing which way the wind was blowing because it was blowing all over the place. So I don't think it would have mattered how I'd have parked the nose of my truck. It would have still been the same conclusion. But at least today was warmer. Thankful for that. I did manage to talk to my parents today. They're kind of Christmas was kind of bummed out too because everything in their house was frozen up. Over a 200-year-old house, so yeah. Even the hot water heaters froze up. And at least they got some running water, but it's kind of bad because nothing will drain right now because everything's that froze up. Mother Nature, she'll get you every time. So, like I said, I kind of kept myself busy today, waiting on my chili to finish cooking. That's going to be my Christmas meal, dinner. Which is, different for me because I actually had plans. I was planning on celebrating. Had a tree and everything. We even had a few gifts, which I just ended up donating. Sometimes things take a turn, and it's like I didn't even feel like putting the tree up because it was pointless. But that's the thing. I joked around. I didn't even get a lump of coal. That's how bad this year has went for me. But it's good. I'm in good health. Family's all right. Friends are all right. And it's not the first Christmas and holiday that I've spent alone and not going anywhere. I've enjoyed the break from work. I've enjoyed the time I've got to spend with you guys. And maybe kind of remind myself how much I actually miss doing podcasts on a normal basis. But gotta be an adult, gotta work, especially in this day and age where, a full week's paycheck doesn't even cover the bills anymore. When you got to top in gas and trying to get groceries and stuff, so it's a struggle out there. But I've learned a long time that we can't let that stuff get you down. Life is what we make it. It's not what others try to make it for us. There's a lot of things simple things that can be more satisfying than corporate commercial stuff. Like on Twitter today, like the best Twitter post I've seen today. It's by Hollywood. She shared it. It's a video. Kid getting ready to unwrap his present. No, pretty good sized box, all wrapped up. Pulls it out. There's an Amazon box. Opens it up, pulls out a bunch of stuff. You guys know. It's like, then there's a picture frame. And it was, the family picture frame. The kid wasn't in it. Then the note. This was kind of a tearjerker, honestly. Yeah, I know. I'm a man. I'm not supposed to have moments like that, but it was a tearjerker. It brought a tear to my eye, I'm not going to lie. In the note, it said, how would you like, how would you like to be part of this picture, part of the family? Because we have officially adopted you. You are now part of this family. Talk about the best Christmas present somebody could give to a child. You guys hear me talk about the horror stories of the adoption agencies and stuff. I don't really get into it, the foster care stuff. But that child's will remember this Christmas for the rest of his life. That is the true meaning and spirit of Christmas, the ultimate gift of giving your love, taking somebody in making them part of your family. To me, family has a different meaning. Family to me are those that I call close friends. Those are family. They're just as much as a brother and a sister as my real brother and sister. If I befriend you, I'm making you a part of my family. And my circle of friends is small. I keep it small. I have acquaintances because you got to earn that trust. There's not much I won't do for anybody. Especially towards the holidays. Like I said, I ended up donating the presents I had gotten earlier in the year for. Really don't want to talk about that, but I bought some presents for my ex's daughters. I ended up donating to a family that needed them. Just gave it to them. Here, have a Merry Christmas. I knew they were in need. Obviously, I don't need them. But there's a lot of things in life that, we forget. We just get caught up in things. I've always loved the holiday seasons. I might not celebrate them like most of you guys do, but I love the spirit of the holidays. Whether it be Christmas, Yule, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Easter, all of them. It's a time of gathering together, being happy, sharing memories, laughing. Those are some of the simplest gifts we can give that will last a lifetime. So I didn't go anywhere today. But, I popped in on the social media platforms that I'm on, wishing people a Merry Christmas, sharing a couple stories here and there. In between freezing my ass off outside because it's still not warm out. At least it wasn't in the negatives. It was in the low single digits. I can live with single digits. Negative 25, negative 35, negative 50. Yeah, no, ain't happening. Like I said, I didn't even get a lump of coal, and I sure could have used that lump of coal this year. I know a lot of people could. But then I came across a sad story. It's a story that I know very well because I know the statistics of it. And we all, especially in this area, a lot of people were talking about that. You can take somebody in that doesn't have a place to stay, take them in. What about all the homeless? Well, there was a story about this older lady. She did something to get basically arrested. She knew the storm was coming and the temperatures, and she was basically begging the judge to put her in jail so she had a place to stay warm. And I know, and there's hundreds and hundreds of stories like this time of the year. The sad irony of it all, this time of the year, when it starts getting colder, actually jails start getting more crowded, because a lot of the homeless will do something petty to get put in jail so they have a warm bed to sleep in. As for celebrating, there's also the sad stories. And that's the sad part of it is, I don't want to talk too much politics, but the sad story is when our government does something like 1.7 trillion budget, not a mention of our homeless problem, not a mention of the people that are out there struggling, barely getting by, that might not be able to have a Christmas. And actually, there was a senator that I never heard a senator speak truth like that. It was a good 5-minute speech ripping Congress. That's what we need to see. That's what our senators should be doing, our congressmen and women. Putting the focus back where it needs to be, on the American people. 45 million or 45 billion, whatever we've sent to Ukraine, that could have went to make sure we had more homeless shelters, so the homeless didn't have to freeze. I've already heard of several deaths. Low income people are low income, can't afford to have Thanksgiving. They could have done something for them. There's so much more they could be doing, and they're not. And it's hard to reflect on things and stay away from politics when we got this kind of stuff going on. Yes, I'm drinking Jaeger. Wow, my notifications actually went out for once. But we do live in some interesting times. Like, how many people know the significance of what happened on this night, on this Christmas night, back in the very beginnings of our country during the Revolutionary War? And it was a major turning point in the Revolutionary War, because we were getting our butts kicked bad up until George Washington on Christmas night took 2,000 some troops across the Delaware. It was more than 2,000, but he only had with him, I think it was 2,400. The other 3,000 struggled to cross and didn't get there in time, or got separated. But he made that crossing. They took they took a bunch of prisoners. We only lost, I think it was 2 or 4 soldiers. We didn't get to keep it because he didn't have the artillery and the manpower to actually take the city, but they pretty much ran the Hessians out, took over 1,000 prisoners, and retreated. But from that point on, it was the turning point in the Revolutionary War. We started winning. We started getting a foothold. We started slowly reaching that point of taking back and declaring our independence. Talk about a Christmas miracle, right? A Christmas miracle for our freedoms. I know a lot of people, they equate Christmas with the birth of Christ. The baby in the manger. Now everybody, Christmas has a different meaning. It means something. And usually as we get older, it kind of loses its flair, and, you know, most people they have kids, so they get to live that excitement through their kids' eyes, watching their kids, the very same sparkle in their eyes that they had when they were kids. I was actually kind of looking forward to that this year. That didn't quite happen because I don't have kids, so. But it's always a sight. I remember being at Brother Rob's house with his wife and family when I was living there, Christmas there. Man, it was amazing to watch the kids, how happy the spark. It's like, wow. It's that time of giving. Sometimes that giving, me being a perfect stranger in the house. Well, not really. I'm not a stranger to them, but you know what I mean. It's not. I should be somewhere else, not there. Yeah, we're family, but we're not. But to be a part of it, it was like, you know, I look at those things. I remember those things. That's what I see. That's to me is what America stands for. That's what I see our country. I see the good in people. Sometimes I see too much of it. Which is true. I think Brother Rob would be the first one to tell you. I might be. I have. Sometimes I just put a little too much hope into people and don't know when to step back. That's just me. But he also knows the other side of me, which most of you guys don't, thankfully. But they know I'm that ride or die guy. I mean, hello, grew up in the '90s. No fear, ride or die, fast cars, lots of drugs. Do regret that part a little bit. As in, as much money as I spent then on weed and acid, a couple other things, man, I could have had a nice amount of money built up in the bank. But it's easy come, easy go. Money's never been my thing, guys. If I need it, I'll get it, or it'll be there. I'm not gonna stress over money. I learned that a long time ago. It'll all work out, and it does. You just gotta have faith that it's gonna work out. But we need to start having that same faith in our fellow brothers and sisters, our fellow Americans, our fellow human beings around the world. There's people just like that in every part of the world. And we got to start rebuilding that faith and that trust in the people. We got to stop letting people tell us everybody's evil. Because you're part of this party, you're evil. You're bad. No. One, that label don't dictate who I am. I could sit here and say I'm a Christian, and I wouldn't be lying. Because truthfully, we're all Christ-like. But I grew up in the church. Yes, I've gotten away from it. That's not my forte anymore. But doesn't mean I'm not spiritual. Doesn't mean I don't love people. It means, truthfully, it's none of your business. Our religious beliefs should be nobody's business. That should be between us and our God. That's how I view things. I've seen so much division caused by religion. And it shouldn't be that way. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all, no matter what goddess we claim to be under. I mean, we all know the history. Most of our spiritual holidays are pagan-based. Every religion stolen from the previous religion before it. Or built upon it. Much like our governments and world governments have. We can look at the United States and see the semblance and resemblance to the Roman Empire. We took the good. Supposed to not take the bad, but apparently we took the bad of it too. But at first, it wasn't like that. Kind of wasn't like that. We did allow the Loyalist Party to have a part of Congress. But if they wanted what they wanted, and they wanted their Constitution to stand for something and mean something, what they did was right. Saying, we're going to forgive you for being at war with us, forgive you for what you've done. We're going to allow you to have part of this Congress, to have part of this Declaration of Independence and what it stands for, personal freedoms. Amazing thing that our founding fathers did. That today and age, I don't think we could do it. Because we hold so many grudges, so much hatred towards individuals or parties or labels, that we would probably, if we redid our government, we'd want to cast them out and not allow them to have part of it. Kind of hard to think about on that line. See, I actually wasn't going to go live today. You guys can actually blame Free Spirit News for this, because she tricked me first thing this morning by setting up. Like I said, I use Gab. I stream from the Minds, my group, which is, they got a little thing called The Gathering. Hit the button and it takes to a thing to where I can put my streaming key in and stream right from there, which I love. Why I love it, because I can give out phone number. People can call in. I can invite people into the room. It's, I don't have to have OBS or XSplit or some other software to do it. And it's nice. It's easy to run, simple. Love it. But it's actually Jitsi is the app that they're using. Well, you get the app on your phone, which allows you to do the same thing. So, like I said, I can be mobile now as long as I have access to my YouTube. We can actually set it up, or I can actually call Bree and have her type in on the YouTube side for me. I think I can do that with Rob too. I can't do that anymore, by the way. They took that ability from us to allow us to have admins and people that can actually set up our channels and to stream and stuff. So I miss that feature. I'm lucky enough, they didn't remove those that had that permissions to do it. So thankful that's still there. But she, was testing it. So I thought we was going to go live sometime today on her channel, because I haven't been over at her channel in a minute. Which worked out, because it allowed me to get a bunch of stuff done that I needed to get done, Although, really, the only pipe I had to finish thawing out was the kitchen sink. Everything else froze itself. But the Suburban, that took a little bit. I ended up stripping a bolt off the piece that holds the battery, and thankfully the battery compartment is nice and tight. I really don't have to worry about it. It's not going anywhere. But I will have to replace that when it warms up. No, I mean, I literally broke the bolt. I snapped it clean. It was frozen solid. I mean, the whole engine compartment was frozen solid. I had to dig out snow from everything. Which is weird, because we didn't get that much snow, maybe 2 inches. And if you look underneath the Suburban, there wasn't no snow underneath it. No, it all blew from the 50 mile per hour winds. It all blew it into the engine compartment. But I was able to get it started and running, which was good. I got some things done today. So I've had an all right Christmas, right? Like, I know you guys thinking, man, did you consider that all right Christmas? Maybe you need to go have a psychiatric eval. Yeah, it did no good. Last time I actually had to go see a shrink because it was court ordered. The fucking psychiatrist basically told me, man, you should be sitting in my chair doing what I do. I'm like, uh-huh. He's like, I don't even see why they got you coming here. I'm like, yeah, probation. Can't say no. He's like, oh. He's like, you're honestly, you should be doing what I'm doing right now. I'm like, yeah. Not the first time I've heard that one. Of course, one of my friends was like, man, you idiot, you screwed things up. You could have got some funding and stuff. I'm like, that ain't who I am. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I have no disabilities. I'm not going to use the system. I'm like, truth, hey, I can honestly say I'm 45 years old. Worked many jobs. Pretty much a jack of all trades when it comes to the job sector. I've never been on unemployment. I've never taken unemployment. Never took food stamps, had to use food stamps. I've always been able to get by till I find another job. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's something that I always felt, If you're able to work, you shouldn't abuse the system for those that can't. And especially this time of year, so many people out there could use that. I mean, what we're making now isn't covering the cost of living. So yeah, I know it's probably been a hard year for a lot of people. So, I take my blessings where I can get them. I'm still healthy enough to work. Yeah, I've been down a lot this year, but I'm finally, other than all the dental work I just had to get done, finally in great health. I finally got over the side effects of the COVID. Lungs are healthy again. Things are good.
Today we'll go a party.
I've never been the one to keep up with the Joneses. Because I've come to realize they're not always happy. They might look like they have all this stuff, but in the end, they're the ones that, just because they have all these lovely things and nice toys, going places, the truth be told, they're not. You come to find that they're kind of miserable. Money can't buy you happiness. Money can't buy you love or anything else. But I do hope everybody's, like I said, I do hope everybody's had a wonderful Christmas. Hopefully you guys did better than me. I mean, like I said, I didn't even got a lump of coal, so. And I like to think I haven't been that naughty this year. Nope. My problem was I was too kind-hearted this year. Or the last couple of years, I should say. I know we're coming up on the New Year's. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do a year review because for me this year, I want it over with. I wanted it over with more than I wanted the COVID year over with. I actually enjoyed the COVID year. The shutdowns and stuff. It was peaceful to me. I mean, shit, I didn't get no fishing in this year, no camping, no kayaking, no hiking, no nothing. I guarantee you next year, 2023, I'm getting that stuff in. In fact, I'm actually thinking about doing a GoFundMe. I'm thinking about taking some requesting a leave from work for a couple months. There's something I want to do, been wanting to do. I want to hike the Appalachian Trail. Not all of it, just some of it. Maybe from Tennessee to North Carolina. Or from Pennsylvania to North Carolina. Camp it, enjoy it, do a little filming, documentary type style stuff. I don't know. But it's something I want to do. Been wanting to do. I think I should do it while I'm still fairly young. Which means, obviously, within the next 5 years before I hit the 50 mark. but it's something I love the mountains. I'd love to do the trail. Take a couple months, or however long it took to go from point A to point B, whatever. Which I know where I'd get off at, so I wouldn't have. I'd go clear to basically where Rob lives in North Carolina. I think it'd be fun. I know it'd be fun for me. I love being outdoors, love camping. And it'd be a great experience. So I'm seriously thinking about doing that this year. If not next year, at least getting the GoFundMe going for it. If I do, you guys won't know about it. Because that's not for here. But I'm definitely going to do the things I missed out of doing this year. Like I said, I'm fed up with some things this year. It's made me realize I've just worked myself too much for what I've come to realize nothing. 11-hour days, working whenever they ask me to work, never saying no. And I gotta ask why. It's not the same place I started at. It's not the same environment I started at. It no longer has that family feel to it like it used to. I don't know. I'm just fed up with it. So, like I said, there's changes coming. And as far as me being out of here this month, it's due to being off work a couple weeks for being sick and having a bunch of dental work done. Double root canal kind of kicked my ass. Plus, I had the flu. With the abscess on top, the abscess teeth on top of it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to postpone it to the end of next month, but that's cool. Get to enjoy the bachelor life for one more month, or bachelor pad for one more month. I'm just ready for some changes. My next year is going to be about change. For me. I'm not even focusing on what the political atmosphere is going to be like next year. I don't care. Because I already know what it's going to be like. It's going to be the same old, same old. And I'm tired of the same old, same old. So if I want change, change starts at the home, starts with me. I'm going to start making the changes for me. I recommend you guys do the same. I'm not dwelling on the political atmosphere. I mean, we got to get through winter first. And what the way this year started with winter, I mean, the first day of fall, we went from almost 80-degree weather to, by the time the first day of fall came, to 28-degree weather. I mean, instant flip, and it's been like that ever since. We'll get a 3 or 4 days nice, warm, then plummet right back down to the 20s. And now that winter's really here, well, we just seen what this polar vortex just did. Oh my God. Certain places in the United States was colder than it was in Antarctica. Think about that. Antarctica was warmer than what we were. So yeah, I love the snow, love being out in it, but you can keep the negative weather. At least when it's above zero, it snows. And I'm all for some snow because that means I can go cross country skiing. Well, I'm a little mad though. This year I didn't get snow for my birthday. I got rain. Who's blowing up my phone? I love it. My phone's been quiet most of the day as soon as I start a podcast. But I do plan on doing a New Year's podcast. Ringing the new year with you guys. I'm sure I might. Like I said, I don't know if I want to do a year in a review because I don't think we want to review this year. It's been that kind of a year, honestly, with the outrageous outrageous prices for food. Yep, no, I don't think we want to reflect on those. Besides, I'm sure other people will do that for us. So I kind of want to reflect on positive things. Because to me, that's more important. I hate this doom and gloom all the time. And it's much, in the truth, that's more for my mental health than your guys's. I mean, I didn't earn the nickname Smiley for nothing. I hide my emotions well. I hide my feelings well, too. I want to get back to doing the things I enjoy. But at the same time, I want to learn the lessons from those things because, doing podcasts and reflecting on some of the things we do talk about from time to time. Or, like I said, I kind of stopped doing a lot of the investigating research stuff into certain topics because it's just too much and it's too mentally damaging, honestly. There's plenty of other people to do that nowadays. Although I will still do topics that I think are important. We're always going to do political topics here. We're always going to talk about things that make you think and question. Wow, where's that coming from? I might have to go back and listen to this after we're done, which is weird because I know I can't stand the sound of my own voice, but that wasn't what I was hearing in the background through my headphones. Huh, I might have company. The unseen kind. Oh well. Wouldn't be the first time. It's just weird hearing it come through the headphones like that. That don't normally happen. Normally, it's actually somebody in the that listens to it points it out. I'm actually thinking about getting back into that myself. It's been a long time since I've done paranormal stuff. There's a few things that are still on my bucket list on the paranormal side of things, places I want to do investigations at. There's actually one where I've been, for the last 8 years, been trying to get permission to go to and do. Like I said, guys, I'm a jack of all trades. I have interests in so many things. Just because I do Sons and Daughters Liberty doesn't mean it's just that. There's so much more to things that make my mind spin. And I'm seriously thinking about at least bringing over urban myth and legends to here. I think I've done one. I think it'd be cool to have something else to talk about. I was having fun when Hunter and Bree were on, or was I on their channel? No, that's they were over here. I don't remember. But we kind of got off on that subject, and man, it was fun. I enjoyed it. So I'm seriously thinking about bringing that back. Now I've done one over here. Normally I keep it over on KOTR. But I think it'd be cool to talk about those things because there's a lot of history in that. There's a lot of areas, especially Native American stuff, especially in the area I'm at. But they actually can open the doors to talk about the George Washington prophecies that most people don't even know about. So, like I said, I am thinking of what's future content for this channel, and I want to do things that I'm going to enjoy doing. I want to do things that's going to expand people's minds, make them talk more. And plus, it's an open segue to start talking about some like the Manhattan Project or some of the projects that our governments have done. Because it falls under that realm. That's backed by history. It's backed by declassified CIA and FBI documents that have recently been released. So, yeah, I think it'd be fun to delve down that rabbit hole on here, giving a break from the political stuff. Oh, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see some of that. Because I have a wealth of knowledge in that area. I have a bunch of friends that have a wealth of knowledge in that area. But I'm definitely looking forward to the next coming year. I'm not looking forward to the political atmosphere of it. I don't think any of us are. I know there's some hopeful ones out there, but I kind of lost hope and faith in our government a long time ago. More so now than ever. Which also means we need to be more diligent on those aspects. also means we need to be more from the things we've seen in the last few weeks. Taking more of a stand on our social media platforms. I mean, as is, Facebook got it so I can't share my videos to my page over there anymore. I literally got to go manually put the link in. But like I said, I'm going to wrap this up. I just wanted to spend a little time with you guys on Christmas Day. Wish you guys all a Merry Christmas. And I definitely want to wish you guys all a Happy New Year. I want you guys all to be safe. If you guys are out there drinking, like I am, don't go nowhere. Or give your keys to somebody else. You know, back when we was young, dumb, and full of you know what, for us guys, man, I was always the designated driver. Don't laugh, because I was the one that drank the most. You know, it was to a point where some people would say the only time they'd get into my vehicle is if I wasn't sober. This is a scary thought in itself. Now, if I open one beer, I'm not getting behind the wheel. And I'm not even intoxicated on it. It's going to take 6, 7, or 8, along with liquor, on top of it, before I, at that point where I can't drive. But no, as I've gotten older, wiser, one, I think about, damn, I'm actually lucky to still be alive. Some of the dumb stuff we did when I was young. You know, I think about it. It's like, man, it's not worth the risk. It really isn't. It's not worth a DUI. It's not worth even being questioned about it. You know, I'd rather be smart, be around for those that need me, than being dumb. Yeah, I have a beer or two. All right. If I don't got a designated driver, well, all right, I'll have 2 or 3, and then we'll sit around and bullshit for a couple hours. Enjoy some food and stuff. Don't have to leave right away. Most of the time, if I know I'm going out drinking, now I prefer to drink from my own house because it's cheaper anyway. Yeah. I already made preparations for it. So, if you guys are out there partying, having a good time, nothing wrong with that. Just be smart about it. Definitely want to see you around tomorrow and the next day, next year. And remember, this time of year, there's people out there that aren't smart, that don't care. They'll get behind the wheel. So, you're not only worried about yourself, but you're also worried about the other ones. So, be careful out there. You guys are important. Your lives all matter. I wish you guys all the best in life, because that's all we can ask for. With that, guys, Merry Christmas and to all a good night. I will see you on the next one.